The Slayer is a DPS class with good maneuverability that often specialises in taking on bosses and hordes. Their ultimate allows them to leap forward into the fray, dealing extra damage for a short period of time. Their passive causes damage on a single opponent to stack with successful hits. Normally, people play the Ironbreaker before they move to the Slayer. While the Ironbreaker is a great tank, but generally subpar damage dealer, the Slayer often functions as the exact opposite. This contrast in playstyles can be tough to adapt to. The most important thing you need to know when playing the Slayer is how to utilize your loadouts. That is to say that you have 2 melee slots instead of 1 melee and 1 ranged. You will want to refine your loadout to deal with multiple threats, though be aware that defensive options are limited. I have had success using a 2-handed warhammer combined with dual axes. The hammer's heavy attack is extremely effective for taking out hordes, while its armor-piercing light attack does huge damage to elites, especially if you get a headshot. The axes, however, play towards the Slayer's ultimate ability. They have a very fast attack speed, and this is very beneficial for taking on bosses. Once you've considered your options for melee weapons, next you're going to want to specialize them. Now, this goes without saying for all classes in the game, but from my experience, I've chosen attack speed, critical chance, and critical damage. The faster your attack speed, the higher the chance of you getting a critical hit. Combine that with feats that cause crits to do more damage, and you've got a pretty good class for dealing with bosses. It helps to be good at dodging while playing the Slayer. You have limited stamina and not very much health. The Slayer builds momentum in combat, but one unlucky shot can knock you out with a combo and set you up to take more damage. If this happens, back out immediately. Try and get enough distance to start your attacks up again without interruption, and then proceed. The same can be said about bosses. Too often, it's tempting to get carried away with just spamming attacks on bosses and not concentrating dodging, but in the higher difficulties, it really does only take a few hits for your Slayer to go down. To conclude, pros and cons. Pros: awesome damage against bosses, good maneuverability, his ulti regenerates very quickly, and the Slayer is also very versatile against everything except for specials. Cons: takes damage easily, and being staggered will ruin your combos, and also low health pool and defense. You should play this Slayer if you're looking for a class that is complex and hard to master, but rewarding. As for synergy, it helps to have a teammate dedicated to killing specials such as the Archer. It also helps to have a tank such as the Mercenary with a shield for bashing hordes to give you space for you to slaughter and fall back if necessary. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more Vermintide videos like this. We release new videos every day on the 10 Points Off channel, including Let's Plays and comedy skits and all sorts really. It's an eclectic mix. I want to do more videos like this. Comment if there's anything in particular you'd like me to analyse within Vermintide 2.